What's up, guys? Mason the Brock Henderson here, and this is Jessica Jones, Season 3, Episode 7, The Double Half-Wappinger? Wappinger? I don't remember how to pronounce it. But this one we do get a little bit more, I guess, of a look into what Salinger was like as a kid. And we do see him, like, what his first kill was. You know, this other kid that he knew, and apparently buried the body up under the gazebo. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward in that regard. Don't really learn a whole lot about Salinger himself yet. I don't know, it felt like this could have been a time to really dig into his past and kind of figure out more about why he is the way he is. But in reality, what this turned into was we need to find his first kill because he was probably really sloppy on that kill, and that'll give us some evidence to use against him. Which, if I had to guess, since it's only episode 7 out of 13, probably was just as clean on his first kill as well, and probably didn't leave any evidence behind for that kill either. That's how I assume it's going to work out, but maybe something else will happen to be like, nope, some other technicality. But yeah, I feel like there was a bit more potential to really dig into Salinger a bit more and kind of, I guess, figure out why he's doing this. Why is he a serial killer? Why does he pick his victims? And all of that stuff. I feel like they didn't really take advantage of that. So, a little disappointed there. Jerry's still the worst. Just the whole... I mean, Jessica told her about this case, told her about how sick this guy is, and she just saw business opportunity. We get to represent a serial killer. Why? Oh my God, I don't get it. I really don't get it. Why would she want to do this? What does she gain from defending this serial killer? Does she really think Jessica's lying about it? I really don't understand her motivations right now. I do not get why she just all of a sudden said, you know what? My business is failing. I know. Let's defend a serial killer. That'll help my business. Stupid. It just everything to do with this whole part of the story is dumb. Jerry's being dumb about it. She's just inviting this guy. She has no reason to think Jessica would be lying about this. You know, if it were something where she decided to defend him first and then Jessica looked into it, then I could see her being like, okay, you know, look, my client, he's an alleged killer. You don't have the evidence you need right now. But this is something that Jessica came to her about first and said, this guy's a serial killer. I need to look into him. And she actually looked up his case and took it on with the idea of, oh, well, I mean, surely Jessica can't be right about him, right? I mean, just clearly. Oh, God. What I really hope, because they seem to be painting Jerry in a good light too often in this show, in the past several seasons. They seem to paint her too good of a light, and she always gets her way too often, even though she's a terrible person. I hope this is the end of her. I hope this is what ends up doing her in. She decides stupidly to take on this case for no reason whatsoever, aside from the fact that she feels like her business needs it. Her business needs to defend a serial killer and probably lose because she's going up against Jessica, who's probably going to figure out how to take him down. So she's probably going to lose this case. Her business will probably go under in that after this because of how bad it's going to look for them. And then maybe she'll just die of her ALS at the end of this season. I kind of hope at this point because I'm just sick of her. I'm sick of how awful she is and what a terrible person she is. And then Malcolm's girlfriend, Zaya, I think is her name. I mean, she's also being a dick to Malcolm. And obviously he's got his own problems and he's being awful to her as well. But just for no reason, she's like, no, this is my case. You don't get to tell me what cases I take on. Why are you so sure that he's not a serial killer? Why are you so sure he's not going to try to kill both of you? Malcolm is obviously very sure that this is the truth, and yet she's just like, no, you don't know for sure. He's pretty certain. Jessica knows, and Malcolm trusts Jessica. Yeah, he doesn't think that she's a good person, and he doesn't want to side with her, but he knows she wouldn't be lying about this. He knows she wouldn't be making this up. So, I don't know, it's dumb. And then, of course, she sees Trish near the end of this episode, so I'm sure she's going to try to convince Malcolm to tell her who it is, and that's going to start a whole fight, and I don't know. I don't care. Everybody in this is dumb. Let's see what else. The whole scene at the end, honestly, just all of the scenes near the end were just really dumb. First, you've got, for some reason, Trish calls, I guess, a reporter to take some pictures of her. Don't really know why. Seems kind of weird for her to do this. Like, it just, I don't, is she looking for publicity? You know, she, like, stands up and, like, gives a little over-the-shoulder turn. Like, she's posing for the camera. Are you that desperate for attention that you are willing to risk your secret identity being exposed just for some publicity? Wow. If that's not what's happening here, then I hope they have a better reason, but that's what I took from this end scene with her. And then Jessica and Malcolm going and visiting Salinger apparently at his, I guess this is his place of work. He's teaching kids how to wrestle. Just really dumb. I mean, Malcolm following him is one thing because that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to dig up information. But the both of them there together, it risks Malcolm being exposed because right now he's acting as though he's working for Jerry to help Salinger in his case, when he's really not. He's double crossing them, which I'm like, okay, you know, it makes sense for you to try to look into his stuff. But then Jessica shows up, and now they're just standing at the door looking at him together. So long to the point where he looks up and sees Jessica in the door. I don't think he saw Malcolm, but why? Why are you risking... For being a private investigator and somebody who's supposed to be really smart, she does a lot of stupid things. What happened at the end of last episode, you know, her tripping the whole thing that sets off the trap that nearly got her killed, very clumsy, very stupid of her. And it was all because she saw a dead body. She's seen a dead body before. So why does all of a sudden, oh my god, it's a head, and then she trips a tripwire and then nearly dies. Stupid. And then this one, she gets seen through a door because she's staring at him for like 5 minutes. Did she want to get seen? And then he invites her in and is like, hey, you want to wrestle? Because I know you can't control yourself. And she's like, oh, sure. I'm sure this won't possibly backfire. And then she gets him all riled up because she reveals that she found out about whatever the kid's name was. I think it was Nathan that he killed. And then that gets him all fired up and he tries to take her down and then she just easily takes him down. And then she's like, oh, well, no body slams. I guess I lose. Which also he said no swearing and you said ass. So you lost twice. But yeah, I mean, just what does this accomplish? Congrats. You beat him down. He's been sitting here accusing you of the fact that you're just taking whatever you want because you're intimidated and all of this stuff. And then you just come in and show him up easily while all these people are recording. It helps his case more than it helps yours. Yeah, you didn't do anything to really like hurt him or seriously injure or maim him or kill him. But the fact that you showed up at his place of work and you showed him up in front of all these kids, it kind of leans towards what he's saying, that you're obsessed with him and he's just pointing out the fact that she didn't work to get where she is and all of this stuff that he was saying earlier in the press conference. So it's just going to backfire on you. So why do it? Well, because she's an idiot. That's what I took out of it. So yeah, a lot of just stupid stuff in this episode. It's gone... I still am curious to find out what Salinger's whole point is. I mean, again, he talks about the whole fairness of, oh, you guys just got superpowers. You didn't have to work to get to where you were like we are. So obviously that's kind of his motive, I guess, in what he's doing. But again, I don't know anything about these other people that he killed. Like, I don't understand why he's targeting them. Don't know anything about that. And don't really know, aside from the little story he told about his dad, don't really know why he is this way now. So yeah, I don't know. It was pretty rough after a couple of good episodes, well, not necessarily good episodes, but episodes with some good stuff in it and some exciting stuff and something that got me intrigued. And then we get into this episode and just a lot of wasted potential and then a lot of stupid decisions and more Jerry Hogarth. So that's where I am right now. Yeah, on to the next episode. See you there. And now episode 8. Camera friendly. This is the best episode ever. Oh, she's gone. Oh, man. Now if Jerry could die, that would be great. Oh, man, that's... What a great way to end the episode. I'm almost kind of rooting for Salinger to win now because he did me a favor. And I have to appreciate that he did me a favor. But yeah, I mean, as far as this episode's concerned, it's basically just stupid people being stupid up against a serial killer who would easily be caught if not for the fact that our heroes are idiots. Because, yeah, I mean, Jess is pushing him to the point where he wants to hurt her in a very personal way, so he kills her foster mom. And Trish is being an idiot because she wants attention, so that's why she called the paparazzi to take the picture of her, which is making it more difficult for the police to do their job because now all the attention's on her, which is apparently what she wants, and then her mom's like trying to get her to brand herself better, and then she's like, no, Mom, stop. Even though that's exactly what she wants and what she's doing, so it's like you're a hypocrite for trying to get her to stop talking about that when that's really deep down what you want. Why else would you have called the paparazzi if not for attention, you freaking shallow, greedy, selfish piece of crap. So yeah, that's pretty much Trish's whole thing for this. But yeah, they're trying to figure out who he's trying to kill. He is sending them all of these false things, which is pretty obvious to me. Like, why would he advertise who he's trying to take down? You know, who he's trying to kill. Why would he Why would he advertise that? It's pretty obvious to me from the beginning of this episode. He's not going after this woman. He's trying to draw you away, draw your attention somewhere else, so that way he can kill somebody else. And probably make you look bad in the process, which he did, because she got on the news thing, which is obviously a terrible idea because Jessica hates people, and she hates the media, and the media people are very good about drawing out the worst in people because that's what the media does. And yeah, so it all backfires. She looks like a complete asshole on live TV, and people hate her more. Jerry now has more to go against her, which Jerry's acting like a complete idiot. She's like, yeah, I'm going to declare war on the vigilantes. I'm like, why do you hate Jessica now? Why? Because you defending her, you're blaming her for what happened with Peter because he claimed that her defending vigilantes, like, that was kind of his whole thing about why he killed himself, is because that's what Jerry does. And then she lost Kith because of it, and so somehow I'm guessing she's tying Jessica to that, even though it's all entirely her fault. So yeah, she's pretty much a bad guy at this point. Like, she's helping the serial killer. She's declared war on Jessica. She's an evil person. She needs to die. And now that Dorothy's out of the way, I hope Jerry's the next one to go because they were number 1 and 2. They were evil number 1, evil number 2. Just one is more evil in a despicable way and a more like she's willing to do whatever it takes to get what she wants. And then the other one's an evil in a I am very selfish. It's all about me and my patsy. And she's just evil in the way that she treats Jessica and the way she treats anybody that comes against her patsy. Like, she's just a very shallow person. So it's like the Kardashians versus, I don't know, the media in general, and most scum-sucking lawyers and politicians and all of that. Like, that's the two evils being represented here. And now one's dead, now the other one should die as well because I will not care. I hope her ALS takes her by the end of this season. Anyways, but yeah, overall, I mean, it's just Salinger's still interesting to me. I will say, now that he's teamed up with Jerry, he's becoming a little bit more annoying to deal with because he's got that high and mighty Karen attitude where it's just like, oh, what? I can't go out for coffee? I'm going to have your badges. Something about him being teamed up with Jerry, now he's all of a sudden become a little less interesting because he's much, like I said, much more of a Karen. But when he's doing his serial killer thing, he's still intimidating. He's still got this very interesting, I guess, dynamic to what his character is and why he's doing this. There's something intriguing to me about that. So that part of the episode was interesting. But yeah, as far as the video he sends Jessica, and all of the stuff of her like tracking down who this woman is, to me that wasn't as interesting because I thought it was very clear that's not, he wouldn't just tell you who, you're a private eye, you're a detective. Why would he just send you, hey, here's who I'm going to kill, try and stop me, and be telling the truth about it? It seems much more on brand for him to be like, hey, here's who I'm going to kill. Try to save her. Oh, good job. You saved her. Over here killing somebody else. So, yeah, there's just a lot that doesn't make any sense as far as the writing. You know, how stupid Jessica and Trish are both being. How stupid Jerry is being. How stupid Malcolm is being. How stupid everybody except for Salinger is being at this point. Like, honestly, he's the only one in the show that's not a complete idiot. He actually knows what he's doing. Yeah, he lets his emotions get the better of him, but it seems like he actually knows what he's doing, which is why he's able to easily outsmart the dumbest detective in the Marvel Universe. I mean that when I say it. The only other thing to talk about is, like, they're doing these little side stories as well, like Malcolm and his girlfriend are having issues, and then for some reason they're showing a lot of the personal life of this cop that's helping Jessica. I honestly forget his name. Oh, it's going to bug me. I should know it. I should know his name because they say it a lot, and for some reason it's not coming to me. But they're showing, like, a lot of his side story as well. Like, he and his husband are going to get this kid, and I don't know if it's just for the representation, you know, oh, we've got a gay couple. I don't know if that's what they're doing with it, but it really feels kind of pointless. Like, he just has these moments where he's like, God, I'm dealing with a lot of personal stuff. Okay, like, there's already so much stuff going on with, like, Trish being an idiot and causing trouble for the police department, and then Jessica being an idiot and doing all these things without his knowledge. I feel like that's enough for him to be dealing with. You don't have to throw on this extra story. So unless there's a point to it, I kind of feel like it was just thrown in there just, like I said, for the representation of gay couple, getting a kid, adopting. And I feel like you need more than that. But of course, when it comes to nowadays and shows and movies nowadays, just showing that will get people hooked for some reason. They're like, yeah! So proud of you guys for showing it. Could you actually write something interesting first? Could you write a point to this story aside from just you want to show it? But that's, like I said, that's most media nowadays. That's what they want to do. They show it because they can say that they showed it. And that's about the only reason. So, anyways, that's it for this episode. On to the next one. See you there. And finally, episode 9. I did something today. Something stupid. Yeah, again, this really feels like if Salinger were going up against a more intelligent detective, a more intelligent group of good guys, he'd be stopped so easily. But we have so many idiots on this freaking show and just dumb decision after dumb decision after dumb decision. So, in this episode, first of all, we'll talk about I think the funniest part of this episode to me, and that is all of the reaction to Dorothys' death. I'm sitting there at the beginning of this episode thinking, surely they can't drag this out too long, right? Like, they have to know their audience, and they have to know that their audience hated Dorothy. You wrote Dorothy as a despicable character. And even in her last moment, sure, she tried to, oh, I'm so proud of both of you. She's still a despicable character. She was still focused solely on Trish. And like, I'm so proud of what you're doing. It's scary. I don't know about it, but I'm proud of you. It's just, ugh. She was annoying. Now she's gone. And this episode treated her like, guys, Dorothy's gone. And nobody feels that. I'm sorry. I don't think the writers realize what they did with Dorothy's character. I think they think they were writing Mother Teresa or something, even though that was never reflected. And so now they're like, oh, we got to make sure we have a good episode to really reflect on that. Because just throughout, just Trisha's reaction, Jessica's reaction, everybody's reaction to Jessica, like, I'm so sorry for your loss. I really expected at some point, like, I'm sorry you lost your mom. She wasn't my mom. I was expecting that. Never got it. I'm sorry about your loss. I'm sorry about your mom. Whatever. No. She would not care about her. This woman tortured her emotionally forever. She hated her guts. Both of them hated each other's guts. She would not care about this. She would care about how it affected Trish. She would look at Trish and feel bad for her, maybe, but she's not going to sit there and feel sad for Dorothy being gone. I'm sorry, that's not going to happen. But the writers of the show don't understand that. They think, no. Dorothy and Jessica, they had a special relationship. It may have looked like hatred on the surface, but it was more than that. Stupid. And then on top of that, we have her going to help Salinger get off for, whatever the kid's name, Nathan, I think, get off for his murder because he caught a picture of Trish breaking into his apartment. I have no clue why she decided to take her mask off. I guess maybe it was like, I want you to see who you did this to, and I'm going to kill you now. She's stupid, and then Jessica's stupid because she goes and helps him, so that way he'll delete the picture, which, first of all, he's already lied to you once. He's like, I'm going to kill this woman. Actually, I tricked you. I'm going to go kill your foster mom. So he's already lied to you there. What makes you think he's going to be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to get rid of that picture now? It's okay. I'll definitely get rid of that picture. You can trust me. So that's dumb. On top of that, he's now going free, which means he's free to go kill a bunch of other people. And who's to say that he doesn't keep the picture around in case they get close to catching him again? So that's stupid. And then on top of that, why is it so bad that Trish gets found out? Yeah, I know there's like this whole thing against her of like, oh yeah, we need to stop this vigilante. She's going around beating up people. Now she nearly killed this guy. Here's the thing. First of all, she was under a lot of duress. You can argue that case. This guy killed her mom, and they know that he killed her mom. Sure, there may not be evidence, but there's plenty of reason to think that he killed her mom. So you could argue that. And on top of that, yeah, Jerry's trying to paint her in like, oh, she's going around assaulting random people. No, she's been going around stopping crimes, and there are people that can testify to that. There are people that can talk about that and be witness to, hey, here's what she's done to help. So there's not really a case to be made for her to be taken away. So why are you going to help this serial killer who's killed several people continue doing that just because, oh no, people could find out that Trish is a vigilante? Whoop-de-doo. I mean, what? Seriously, let's weigh the options here. Trish maybe gets outed as a vigilante, maybe has to defend herself in court because of all the stuff she's being accused of, or Salinger goes on another killing spree. Maybe he kills both of you. So the pros and the cons really are not close. The pros of turning him in way up here, and the cons of turning him in down here. Not really that much conned to be dealt with there. So I don't get it. I mean, it's funny because Trish gets all pissed because Eric shows up and she's like, you could have saved my mom's life, because he didn't want to go die in prison. I mean, we saw what happened when he was in a room with just Salinger. He was bleeding from his eyes. If he went to prison, he'd be dead. She's like, you just didn't want to do it because you were scared. He didn't want to die. And it's so funny because she's in there, I'm never going to forgive you. Bitch, you killed Jessica's mom and you were doing nothing but like, you have to forgive me. I'm your moral compass. I did what was right. Ugh. You're shallow. You're selfish. You're a hypocrite. Why should we feel bad for her? Again, as Jessica's going to do this, I'm thinking, I don't really care if they do end up prosecuting her now, because she's acting like a freaking idiot. And an asshole. Oh my god. So yeah, Trish is the worst, and we had to watch an episode where Jessica helps a murderer escape from the law because he's threatening her terrible sister that probably should go to prison for a lot of the stuff that she's done. So that's already a problem, because you got to make me care about that. I do not. On top of that, you're also, for some reason, trying to make me care about Jerry's situation. Because we've gone back again to Jerry and Kith. Are they going to get back together? Are they going to get back together? Make me want to break my own neck having to watch some of these scenes. Oh my god. The whole scene where Kith is like done teaching her class, Jerry shows up because she feels like, I have a chance to get her back. I have a chance to get her back. I'm gonna go do it. And she goes in there, tries to talk to her, and Kith, I don't know what was going on with Kith. I don't know what the direction of that scene was. Okay, so we want you to seem like you've just been told that your dog, your mother, your father, your siblings, and your grandmother that you loved a whole lot, we want you to look like you were just told that they all died in one big horrific car crash, okay? So that's the look on your face. Then we want you to just sort of meander around the room, maybe play with some of the instruments a little bit, maybe have like these little fits of like you have Tourette's or something, and just like you're sitting there playing the piano key and just keep playing it, and then you get up at one point, and then we want you to go over there, grab the what's called drumsticks, I guess, and then just like kind of bang and bang and bang, and then throw something. What was going on? The scene already was just so ludicrous to listen to everything Jerry was saying, because she's an idiot and she's delusional and she's clearly the villain of the show now. Salinger, yeah, he's a bad guy, but Jerry is the main villain in my mind right now. So listening to her talk like she's got the moral high ground. I loved you so much. I wanted you to myself and all of this stuff, and I knew you were unhappy. Shut up, bitch. And then to listen to this freaking weird outburst from Kith, sitting there playing the piano key really loud, it was driving me nuts. And then she still shows up at the end and like hands her the stuff. I don't want to talk about us, but we need help. Okay, so you're basically leaving the door open a little bit. And again, they're trying to paint Jerry like, oh guys, look, Jerry and Kith could still happen. Why do I care? I want Jerry to get shit. I want Kith to run in there and just take a knife and stab her in the stomach and say, fuck you. Everything you did to me, everything you're doing, you're screwing everybody over. All for yourself. How many times did she make it about herself? Heck, at the end of this one, Malcolm, goes in there to tell her, hey, I knew who it was, and I let her go. I quit. And she's all like, you're trying to ruin everything I'm doing. It's all about me and my wants and my needs and me. She's such a terrible person. How can they not see what a terrible person she is? And yet we're still trying to, here's some sympathy for her, guys. She really loves this woman. She wants to be with her. Who cares? With Kingpin and Vanessa, I felt something for that. Because, yeah, Kingpin is a villain. But guess what? He's not a despicable, unlikable person. He's got sympathetic tendencies. He really cared about Vanessa. And yeah, he was building a criminal empire, but it's not like he was sitting there going like, oh, well, I'm gonna screw everybody over all for me. He was doing it for her. So there was kind of that sympathetic, he's doing it for her? Like that's actually kind of sweet. Sure, he's doing terrible things, but it's for love. This is just Jerry wants what she wants, and she's going to screw everybody over because it's what she wants. That's terrible. That's despicable. That is evil. And yet, she's supposed to be one of the main characters. They're still treating her like, no, we still want Jerry to get something good out of all of this, guys. You should still care about her and feel bad for her when things don't go her way. Hell no! That's ridiculous. Oy vey. So yeah, all of that's dumb. Trish and all of her stuff is dumb. Malcolm, I don't even understand why he gave her the unedited footage. You could have just said, yeah, I'm the one that doctored it. I know who it is. I quit. But instead, he gives her the footage so now she can look and be like, okay, can I see her face anywhere? Oh, there it is. Stupid ass mother. So now that's going to lead to Jerry's probably going to go after Trish and all of this. And then at the end, police show up at Jessica's door and are just like, hey, we found this detective so-and-so that she blackmailed to get into the precinct. And it looks like more than likely Eric killed him. So I'm just like, okay, so Eric decided, hey, everybody else is making stupid decisions, doing stupid stuff. I want to have a go at that. I want to try this stupidity and see how it looks on me. murdering a corrupt cop when Jessica was the last person that was on his body cam. Yeah, that's pretty stupid. I'm going to try that. I'm going to see if it looks good on me. See if maybe that's something that I can do that would affect my character in a positive way. We'll see how that works. So now we got to deal with this, where Jessica looks like a murderer of a cop, and now she's going to be dealing with this while Salinger's probably just going to be going out and killing more people, and Trish is probably going to be in this battle now with freaking Jerry because she's going to out her as the vigilante and blah, 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 blah. Oy. So many dumb things. So many dumb things. Oh, we only got 4 episodes left. I'm going to power through it. I'm going to get through this, going to review this crap show and expose what a terrible, evil show it is. Because it really does feel like everybody in the show is just dumb and unlikable. Again, Salinger is really the only one that seems like he's not stupid. But the problem is he's not really super intelligent. You know, like with Kilgrave, it seemed like he had a plan. It seemed like he knew what he was doing. He was like moving chess pieces. Salinger, he talks like he's a chess master. He talks like he knows what he's doing. But in reality, it's because Jessica and Trish are idiots. That's the only reason that he's managing to one-up them right now. You know, that's pretty much it. If they were actually intelligent, if he were going up against like Sherlock Holmes, the case would be solved like that. But because he's going up against idiot Jessica and idiot Trish, he's going to be killing for at least a few more episodes and will either get himself killed or, I don't know, maybe Trish will kill him at the end of this season since she apparently felt no remorse for killing Jessica's mom. But anyways, that's about it for these 3 episodes. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Or your thoughts on these 3 episodes. Let me know. We can talk about and discuss all that good stuff. Leave a like and subscribe for future Jessica Jones reviews. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.